Welcome to our presentation today. How is everyone feeling? Look around. Are you sitting with your friends? Do you know people at your table? How do you feel? We want everyone to take a moment and think about how you are feeling right now. Are you happy because you're out of class? Comfortable perhaps because you're sitting with a friend? Maybe anxious a bit because you have no idea why you are being asked how you feel right now? I want everyone to remember how you're feeling right now. It is interesting. If we told you all to sit down and that was the only direction we gave you, you all would sit with people you know, your friends. But what if you knew no one? You were new to school, or you knew the people at the table where there is a seat have left you out of things before? How would you feel then? Today, we want everyone to think about a time you were left out of something, or were new to a school and knew no one. How did you feel? We want everyone at our school to feel connected. Feel as though you have a relationship with at least one person, that you belong and you feel comfortable. I'm going to ask you all to reflect on this quote. I want you to think about 2 words describing how you think you make your friends and classmates feel. Start with hello, important. It is important in every school and every community. There are young people who suffer from being alone and feel left out and or feel as though they have not connected to anyone. Some young people will say they feel invisible, like no one sees them at the lunch table, on the patio, or even in their classes. And when we feel lonely or isolated, we need positive relationships in our life. Just like we need to eat when we are hungry, or we need to drink when we are thirsty. If you see someone, all you need to say is hello. That's how simple it is. A simple smile and say hello. That is really what this program is all about. This program raises awareness for all students and teachers.
Look at these pictures. What do you guys see when you look at these pictures? How do you think each student is feeling? If you chose that picture A as loneliness, that is correct. You can see the student is surrounded by her classmates, but her body language clearly indicates she is not connected with them and that her social needs are not being met. And picture B is social isolation. This student is by himself and is not having any social interactions. What is loneliness? Loneliness is a feeling that happens when our social needs are not being met. Because loneliness is a feeling, being physically alone is not always necessary to experience loneliness. One can feel lonely while being with people in class, in the cafeteria, on a team, at work, or at home. For example, someone may hang out with friends every day after school but still feel lonely because they feel their friends don't really understand them. There are many different reasons someone may feel lonely. You will feel lonely because it seems like nobody has the same interests as you, or maybe you never give other people a chance to accept you. Has anyone here ever felt lonely? What is social isolation? Social isolation is a physical state. It is when someone does not have frequent social interactions with their peers. For example, a student may eat lunch alone, spend their time after school alone, and spend their weekends alone. A student may be socially isolated because his classmates see him as different and discourage him from sitting with them at lunch or hanging out after school. Or a student could be isolated because she is uncomfortable talking to her classmates. She could be worried that she has nothing in common or feels too shy to open up.
What is the impact of loneliness and social isolation? Loneliness and social isolation can negatively impact your mental health and can lead to anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. Loneliness and social isolation can negatively impact your physical health, leading to an increase of illness, substance abuse, and heart disease. And loneliness and social isolation can negatively impact your overall success in school and may lead to lower attendance at school and lower grades. How can we make everyone feel welcome at Buchanan? 3 steps. The 3 simple steps to create a more socially inclusive community. Step 1, see someone alone. Step 2, reach out and help. Step 3, start with hello.
If you see someone sitting alone or having a bad day, or it's a new student who doesn't know anyone yet, please take the time to spend time with them. Think of a time you or someone you knew felt lonely or was excluded or left out from an activity. How did it make you feel? It's important to note that reaching out and helping is not meant just for a friend or classmate that you may think is lonely or socially isolated. You can help create a more connected and inclusive community by reaching out to any person in your school. Why can it be difficult to reach out and help? One reason is that there are cliques and unspoken social rules in middle and high school that tell you it may not be okay to help someone. These cliques and unspoken social rules and invisible boundaries that might make you feel unsure about reaching out to someone you don't typically socialize with. Also, our personal identity is at stake. Sometimes we worry about how it might make us look or how it might affect our social status if we reach out and help. Though it might be challenging to reach out and help, it's important to know that the benefits of reaching out and helping others. These benefits include decreasing their anxiety, increasing their self-esteem, increasing their success in school, and simply brightening their day. There are also benefits to you. For instance, helping others can lead to increasing your confidence, since you're doing something that may be out of your comfort zone, increasing your problem solving skills because you'll be thinking of the best way to reach out and help, increasing your ability to empathize and understand the feelings of others, which may be different from you, and making a new friend.
Helping, I'm going to introduce strategies you can use to reach and help. This is the third and final step. Start with hello. So, what can you do or say? You can engage in small acts of kindness. For instance, you can smile or wave at someone who looks like they've been having a bad day, like someone's photo or post on social media, welcome someone who is new to your school, help someone with a homework assignment, share something about you, find out what you may have in common with someone new.
Before we end this presentation, I would like to leave you with a promise challenge. A promise challenge is an everyday way you can practice reaching out to create a socially inclusive school. We do not want anyone to lose the focus on how important it is to build relationships, to smile, or just to say hello. We challenge all of you to carry the idea of a start with hello all year long. And now we will leave you with this quote from Maya Angelou. I learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you make them feel. Thank you for listening to this presentation.